Well, here we are talking to Barry Peatling, of course, the game on the weekend, Bonbeach versus Chelsea at the Cairns Avenue Oval. But before we get into the game, we're going to have a look at this little headline from a few years ago. Peatling's absence will swing game in Ararat's favour. What's that about?
Colin, that happened back in the 60s. It was the last game of the season we were playing against Dimbulla. I got injured in the last 5 minutes of the game and turned out to be very seriously. I was in hospital for a couple of days and anyway, that story, well, I'm telling you about this story because they took me in hospital on Saturday night and on the Sunday morning everyone's coming up, but on the Monday afternoon that headline was on the Monday, but they didn't bring the paper into the hospital because I thought it might upset me. I said that would have been totally different. Would spark me up to see yourself headlines of the paper.
Maury Lawson.
Yeah. Not a bad headline for a 19-year-old.
Absolutely. So
there you
that
go.
was your first season down there at Painted.
First season, and yeah, to get that sort of, I mean, that's when you think about it. No, 20-year-old I was.
Was that not the grand final? No.
That was the first semi.
The first semi. Okay. Did you make it to the grand final?
No, I was in plaster for about 6 weeks.
Oh, okay.
I was not a well man, but come back right in the final year. But to see that, and they said, "Oh, we wouldn't."
You won the granny the following year, didn't you?
Yeah, grand final. Yeah.
Okay.
But I was only the young fellow there to get that headline. I thought it was quite impressive.
Stuck straight into the game. Were there any changes?
You want the weather?
I'll give us the weather first.
It was a pretty ordinary day, Colin. I got there about 1:15. It was spitting rain, but it rained most of the day, and the ground was pretty ordinary. Apart from when you can't see the game.
It wasn't heavy, but it was consistent.
A very annoying rain. But the ground was very muddy out there, and it was a pretty rugged sort of a day to play football.
Yeah. And okay, so give us the changes then.
Now out is Michael Dyer, Taylor Orris. I forgot about him last week. He had a hamstring. Came off the ground at three-quarter time last week. There's Michael Salem, Jack Gaze, and Nathan James.
Hang on a second. Wasn't Nathan James one of the best players
last
week in the internet or the paper?
Yeah, on the paper. You got fourth best player or something, and dropped there. So.
Dropped. So what does that mean? What's that?
Well, it doesn't say much for his best players, does it?
Okay, so the paper might be wrong. Okay, so
wrong,
justified again.
Wrong game again. But coming in to the side was Carmody, Biaggi, Paddy Denelm, Unsworth, Damon, which is a big in, and Ando.
So that's some big ins there from
very big ins, mate. Very big ins.
Might explain a few, especially Damon there. 12 goals last time he took the field.
Well, that's right.
Apparently he had a good record against Bonbeach. He kicked lots of goals for Pearsdale, Damon, against Bonbeach.
Wow, there you go. You got a bit of inside information there, Colin. Very good, very clever. Bit of homework there.
Bit of homework.
Oh no, he's
Let's get stuck into the game anyway. The first quarter, at the end of the first quarter, it was quite close because it was 3-5 to Bonbeach to 3-3 Chelsea.
Pretty even first quarter. Colin was pretty. Bonbeach opened pretty well. He got the first couple of goals, and Chelsea forward back. McDonald was playing very well. He's a very dangerous footballer, that fellow. I think he had 2 goals in the first quarter, second quarter, but playing well for Chelsea was Langers, Powley, Harrison, and Lewis were all prominent. Damon's first goal, Colin, must have went 65 metres. I'll say something about that later.
It's a big goal. I thought that Bonbeach should have had a bigger lead.
Well, they had a few bad. Yeah, they did very bad kicking in the first early doors because I think they kicked 3 points before they kicked the first goal. Yeah. And they had a couple of easy shots. No, but we fought back at the end of the quarter, and so that was what was the difference? Only about 3 points.
2 points. Yeah.
2 points. Yeah, not much in
the half time. We got Bonbeach 7-8, and Chelsea just kicked a little bit ahead, 9-4.
Yeah, we kicked 6 goals in that quarter, didn't we?
Yep.
But in the second quarter, McDonald, he just started to take over, mate. He was control. I told you, he's a gun, McDonald. I don't know how they didn't have someone on the early doors, but we kicked 6 goals. Damon kicked a couple of nice goals. And Warner started off all right. He got his first kick was a goal. It was got to give him a bit of confidence, and he sort of played all right for the rest of the day. But it was we finished up a couple of goals in front of half time, didn't we?
Yeah, about that. And now 3/4 time, 11-9 to Bonbeach and Chelsea 12-8.
Well, after half time, Jason Chapwell did a very good move, Colin. Better late than never. He stuck Benny Finmore on McDonald. Shut him right out the game, mate. Only had about 2 or 3 possessions after half time.
Okay.
He had about 15 probably had about 12 or 15 at half time.
Smart coaching move.
Very, very good move, Jason Chappell. 10 out of 10 for that. But who else was playing well? I'll tell you who was playing well for Bonbeach. This Rochford, or Rochford, whatever his name is. He one of your best players there?
Didn't make the best players.
Well, he would know. He kicked 2 or 3 goals.
He kicked a
very good football.
He kicked 1 goal.
Well, I thought he kicked 2 or 3 goals. But no, it was pretty even sort of a call. We finished up. Not much difference in 3/4 time, was there?
No, it wasn't much. It was about 7 points. 7 points.
They outscored us in that quarter, 4 goals to 3, didn't they?
I think so, yes. And now the final score, Bonbeach 12-12-84 to 16-10 106 to Chelsea.
Well, this last quarter, Colin, I must mention a fellow called Scotty McLeod, number 5. He played the game of his life at last. I mean, he played all right all day, but that last quarter, I reckon he had at least 12 possessions, Colin, and he was getting bashed around, jumped on, because Louis started to fire up again. But the last quarter was probably one of their best quarters for the season. They kicked 5 goals.
They were strong in the last quarter, weren't they? It was a rugged game.
It was a very physical game, I tell you. And those, I'll mention them later, the mosquito fleet. I'll tell you about the mosquito fleet after in my little highlights. But Ando and the Langers and look, it was just an overall and Chrissy wanted to kick another goal in the last quarter, and so did Damon. But it was overall in that last quarter, the whole side lifted 50%. Unbelievable.
Give us the goal kickers.
Goal kickers, Colin, were Damon 5. I think he kicked 5 straight.
It says 6 here. Got Damon 6.
Well, I'll tell him like 5, 9,
Warner
11, 13, 14, 15, 16. What did we kick? 16 goals?
16 goals.
Yeah, I got 16 goals there.
So Damon 6, Warner 4, Powell 2, McLeod 2, Gardner and Carmody.
And Lewis.
No, Lewis didn't kick goal.
Lewis, he did. Of course he did. Damon kicked 5.
Okay.
Back it in.
Righto. Okay, a bit of discrepancy with Sporting Pulse.
What's new?
Yeah, what's new? They didn't pick. They picked Nathan James as the best player, and Fulmy's out.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
I mean, I don't want to be too smart. I don't want to be too smart about this.
Maybe they should have you on staff down there.
Just get a little bit of an eye test. Check your numbers, whatever. But anyway, of course, Lewis kicked the goal. Don't worry about that.
Okay. Next thing is just give us the group of best players.
This is all not all
in the group, not in order.
Out of order, I'll go from back to front. There's Warner, Powell, Anderson, Damon, Lewis, Paddy Donnell. I'll say something about Paddy Donnell shortly.
Yep.
Ryan Stewart, Langers, I mentioned Powell, Carmy, he's a bit in the mention. He played a fair game after 4 or 5 weeks out. He was a little bit rusty early, but my 1 vote goes to Damon, split half and half with Lewis. Damon, Lewis, half the 3rd vote.
Yep.
Stephen Harrison, as usual, brilliant.
2 votes.
2 votes, and 3 votes to Scotty McLeod. An unbelievable game, especially the last quarter. I mean.
Well, you might have been watching the same game here because Sporting Pulse had McLeod, best player, Luke Damon, Harrison, Lewis, Powell.
Oh wow!
Also, Patrick Donnell.
He's in it, yeah. I should have mentioned him earlier. He was in that.
Tell us about him.
I mentioned Donnell, yeah.
Yeah, but tell us more.
Paddy Donnell, I mean, he was marking the ball like it was a dry day, all day. He must have taken, I reckon, at least between 10 and 12 marks all day.
Now, I've never heard you talk about him.
He was a very good footballer. He had a bit of an injury the last couple of seasons. His brother was, what's his name? Heath Donnell. He's a younger brother, and there was Brett Donnell, but he played a fantastic game. Him and Stewart, Unsworth in the back line, they held them, especially in the last quarter. But Paddy Donnell, and he was just marking. It was like everyone was going for marking, they were dropping. He just got sticking in his hands. I mean, he played a fantastic game. He needs. Just give him a nice big rap anyway.
So that leads us to the highlights, and also talking about the last quarter, Chelsea's last quarter.
There's plenty of highlights, Colin, especially I mentioned about Damon's first goal. I mean, he must have been nearly on the wing. That's a big statement, mate. Sort of get carried away. No, it went 60 yards, 60 metres, 65 metres.
Big bumper.
Bang! One day he's going to burst a football when he kicks a football sometimes. He kicks it out. You can hear it from over the fence. And Chappell's smart move to put Benny Finmore on Shane McDonald, it cut him right out the game, shut him out the game.
Because he was dominating early.
He was killing him. Shane McDonald.
Yeah.
He's a gun player.
He's one of the best players in the league, isn't he?
Every time he plays against Chelsea, in the league game, I give him the best. He got best thing around that day, I reckon. And but at least they've come to their senses and they've put someone on him to attack him because he's not quick, but he reads the play.
Okay. Any other highlights?
Oh, there's plenty.
How was this in regards to
and
Chelsea?
McLeod's goal.
Yeah.
Scotty McLeod's goal in the last quarter. We were about 2 goals in front, running down the half-forward flank.
Sealed it.
Bang! And then we kicked another goal off that. That was sort of like a winning goal.
The sealer.
I mean, I don't know where we got the energy from to keep going. Damon's come back after 2 weeks, been in drip. 5 goals, and they were fantastic, all those 5 goals, fantastic, mate. And Paddy Nell marking well all day. Marked it like a dry day. 12 out of 10.
To see if we can get Damon here on for
and I must mention the Mosquito Fleet.
Yes,
I got them the Mosquito Fleet.
Yep.
Ando, Toddy Gardner, Powley and Langus. They are got all hearts as big as themselves.
Very good.
But apart from that...
now, as it regards a win, a Chelsea win, how does it rank?
I reckon it's probably nearly their best win for the season.
Okay.
That's a big statement to make.
They could have lost. It was up for grabs this game, and they were sort of rebounding after a terrible loss last week.
Well, there's Chappell again. He's got him up again. I mean, they get beaten by 100 points. He gets them up, and they win. And like last week, we got towelled up by Karinga, and he's got him up again. I mean, he's doing half his job, Chappell. 10 out of 10, Chappell.
Very good. Now, just on next week, what's happening for the centenary?
Well, the big centenary, I'm going too, Colin. Paid my money up yesterday.
Just to explain to the viewers.
Centenary ball, it's all picking the team of the century. And it's $90 a head, whatever it is, or what I paid anyway.
So it's $90 a head. What does it cost for the whole body?
Very good. Write that down. Chalk it up. No, it's got to be a good night. They're going to have they've got the music.
Singing, dancing.
Well, I might do a song
food.
Myself. Might do something up there and...
maybe you might put one of your YouTube videos on the screen.
Might do, yeah. But they're picking the team of the century and they're going to announce them on
we
the
heard
stage.
that Chappell himself said he's out.
And you want to ask me who I think will be in the side?
Well, maybe we'll have a special video for that, but maybe
well, I'll give my early forecast.
Forecast, go on.
Well, I said to Louis just ran it before, and I said, now I think, I'm not always right, not very often wrong, Colin. I do think that Louis will be there, Brett Bowering, Mitch Grant, and Peter Capsalis got in that side. There's something wrong.
You're going to spew up.
Spew
up.
Here's a gun.
Okay, so moving on to the game next week.
Langwarren, and they're going right too, Colin. Langwarren. They've been playing. I said 4 weeks ago we played them. I think they're a fair side, and they've been going all right, and especially Pines has kicked on it, and we played them a few weeks later. But that'll be a good game. I hope there's good weather and a good night for when we have the big function. And the rooms over there are starting to really take over now.
Take shape, yeah.
And take shape, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you very much, Barry. Look forward to next week's game. Everyone get over there.
All get over there, and we need support. All the support, more support, the better.
So that's goodbye from me.
It's goodbye from me, and see you next time.